There are diseases that medicine can cure, but there are also wounds that only faith can touch. In life, each of us, at least once, faces the fragility of the body. It might be a fleeting fever or a chronic, life-threatening illness that drains strength and faith. When the body suffers, we often turn to doctors, medications, and modern treatments. Medicine is indeed a precious gift to humanity. Yet there are moments when, despite medicine's best efforts, patients still feel a void, a need for something to truly comfort and uplift them. In those moments, prayer emerges like a clear stream, flowing into places that scalpels, needles, or prescriptions cannot reach: the human soul. It is often said, illness stems from the body, but it can also arise from the mind. A weakened body can lead to a faltering spirit. Likewise, a weary, discouraged spirit can exacerbate physical ailments. In this intricate connection, prayer does not replace medicine, but complements it, offering holistic healing from within. For sometimes, what a patient needs is not just medicine, but hope, an invisible hand to hold, a gentle light to shine through the darkness of pain. Imagine a patient lying in a stark hospital room, hearing the beep of a heart monitor and the sighs of loved ones. Medicine treats their body, but prayer restores their faith. Prayer soothes anxiety, reminding them they are not alone in their suffering. Each whispered word to God, the universe, or a higher power acts like a spiritual medicine, nurturing inner strength to face adversity. Throughout history, countless testimonies recount how prayer restored the will to live and fight illness. Not everyone experiences miraculous physical recovery, but they find healing in another sense: peace, acceptance, and hope. Often this is more vital than physical recovery itself. A healthy body with a restless soul is still an incomplete life. Conversely, a sick person who relies on prayer, who smiles through pain, possesses a miraculous strength that medicine cannot fully explain. This is the harmony between medicine and faith, where a doctor's hands heal the body and prayer touches the soul. When the two converge, a person is healed more completely. In many cultures and religions, the human body is not merely a biological machine, but a temple of the soul, a sacred dwelling to be cherished. This belief holds that body and soul are inseparable. The body reflects the soul's state, and the soul is affected by the body's condition. A healthy body often fosters a clear, joyful mind, while a sick body can cast shadows of gloom, despair, and lost faith. This is not just a religious philosophy, but is affirmed by modern medicine. Studies in psychophysiology show that physical and mental health are deeply intertwined. Prolonged stress weakens immunity, increasing risks of heart disease or digestive issues. Likewise, chronic illness can trigger anxiety or depression, eroding optimism. Body and mind are two streams flowing into one reality, inseparable. When someone falls ill, they face not only physical pain, but also fear. Fear of losing their ability to work, becoming a burden, or facing death. Even with excellent medical care, some patients' spirits collapse, slowing recovery or leading to despair. Physical pain can become a fire that consumes the spirit. Here we see that illness weakens not just the body, but faith and the will to live. Medicine can heal the body, but it often falters before the invisible wounds of the soul. A doctor can prescribe pills for fever, inflammation, or pain, but cannot prescribe hope, peace, or resilience. Thus, medical healing, while essential, is not enough for complete recovery. Humans are not just bodies, but a unity of body, soul, and spirit. In this gap, prayer emerges as a vital force, nurturing and uplifting. When the body weakens, prayer steadies the soul. When physical pain breeds despair, prayer kindles hope. A patient who prays looks not only to medical treatment, but opens a door to a transcendent power, finding solace in something greater than themselves. Studies in religious psychology show that those who pray during illness tolerate pain better, recover faster, and maintain greater emotional stability. Why? Prayer provides a sense of companionship and protection, countering the loneliness of illness. Believing in a listening higher power makes one feel less abandoned. This sense of connection positively impacts the nervous system and hormones, aiding physical recovery. Picture a cancer patient undergoing chemotherapy. Each session brings exhaustion, nausea, hair loss, and weakness. Relying solely on medicine, they may lose joy in life. But with a few minutes of daily prayer, their spirit is uplifted. Prayer becomes a haven of peace, where they can breathe, release burdens, and offer their suffering to a trusted higher power. Miracles may not always mean physical healing, but another miracle often occurs: peace amid pain. The body is indeed the temple of the soul. When the temple cracks, the soul trembles. But through prayer, one can rebuild that temple, not just with medicine, but with spiritual strength. A steadfast soul lends strength to the body to fight illness. When thinking of healing, we often envision modern medicine, advanced diagnostics, effective drugs, precise surgeries. Yet recent decades of science increasingly affirm that the spirit plays a critical role in recovery. A patient is not just a body to treat, but a soul to nurture. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools to foster the spirit, indirectly aiding physical recovery. Medical evidence shows mental health directly impacts physical health. Anxiety, stress, or depression weakens immunity, slows healing, and increases relapse risks. Conversely, an optimistic, faithful spirit triggers positive hormones like endorphins and oxytocin, reducing pain, boosting immunity, and hastening recovery. When prayer and medicine walk together, they create a holistic healing process, treating the illness and uplifting faith. Prayer is a bridge between spirit and body. It doesn't replace medicine, but enhances it with spiritual strength. When the soul is healed through prayer, the body gains positive energy for faster recovery. Most miraculously, even if the illness persists, prayer allows patients to live each day with peace and hope, something no medicine can provide. Biblical and modern stories of healing through prayer. Throughout the history of faith, from the Bible to modern times, countless stories highlight prayer's healing power. While contexts and details vary, they share a common thread. Sincere prayer and faith in a divine power lead to miracles, sometimes physical healing, sometimes spiritual renewal, always a new lease on life. Biblical examples. The woman with a hemorrhage, Mark 5:25-34. Suffering for 12 years, she sought many doctors without cure. Her faith that touching Jesus' cloak would heal her brought instant recovery, showing faith and prayer's power when medicine fails. The paralytic, Mark 2:1-12. Friends' faith led them to lower him through a roof to Jesus. Their collective prayer resulted in his ability to walk, highlighting the strength of communal prayer. Job's trials. Despite immense suffering, Job prayed persistently. Though not instantly healed, his steadfast prayer led to restored health and blessings, showing prayer as a patient journey. Apostles' prayers. In Acts, disciples like Peter prayed for the sick, who were healed or even raised, as with Tabitha, Acts 9:36-42, proving prayer's role in early Christian healing. Modern examples. Mary Johnson, cancer patient. Diagnosed with terminal cancer, she and her family prayed daily. Her tumor shrank unexplainably, a recovery she attributed to prayer. Intercessory prayer studies. A 1988 San Francisco study showed heart patients prayed for unknowingly recovered better, suggesting prayer's broader impact. Pilgrimages. At sites like Lourdes, Fatima, or Lavang, many report healing, physical or spiritual, after devout prayer, some recognized as miracles by the Catholic Church. War veterans. Many injured veterans, unhealed by years of treatment, credit prayer with physical and psychological recovery, pulling them out of despair. These stories don't guarantee physical cures, but affirm prayer's transformative power, whether through physical recovery or